touch jeans. I don't roll up the bottom of them. I can't wear shoes with no socks. There's a lot of things I just can't do.
Well, this will be a really interesting game. G2, we haven't seen many of their games. They are the team that have played the least games in the season. So lots of games left for them, which is cool because they've got Mixwell, and that's a lot of fun. MBK in the leadership. And GODSENT, yesterday they played very, very well. Individually, they're beasts. This should be a hell of a brutal, bloody matchup between these two sides. And already got a lot of action on the pistol. And MBK is last man standing. He'll go down to a Freddy B. And I can't predict anything, Lawrence, for this game except for just savagery.
Yeah, we kind of touched on the storylines last time with GODSENT as to, well, what would the matchup be like with G2 as opposed to Gambit? You know, it seemed that it was like Gambit played against FaZe, run over by FaZe. Oh, they're going up against,
Who was it? It's GODSENT.
Oh yeah, GODSENT, and then it's like, what if it was G2?
Yeah.
A team like GODSENT, but then stronger.
Yes, yeah. And so we have GODSENT and G2, and that's the thing, you know, GODSENT, a team where you look at them, you're like, well, actually, you know what? Maybe the thing that is most scary about them is the individual skill on the team, but when you're playing against G2, they are a team that has, of course, the same strength, so but perhaps more, stronger. Faster,
5-7s. I had a quick discussion with Body about 5-7s, and he said that the CZ just isn't working for him at the moment, so he's picked up a 5-7. But now we see Apex with the 5-7 as well. Body thinks the 5-7's okay, though. I'm still not persuaded, and I'm not convinced.
Here we go, James. It's a moment of truth for the 5-7.
It is indeed. Has Mixwell done enough to bait the opponent? Love the grenade sailing into the boiler position, but GODSENT will not overcommit. I can't dig back and find his tweet because I'm just so popular. So there's too many tweets. So I have to just guess at what he said.
Potentially misrepresent him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Misquote
him. He said it's the best guy in the game.
Okay, well, this is not doing a huge amount. G2 may be the team to be the most worried about when you're, well, them in FaZe, when you're playing against a force buy, but they've been circumvented. They have been dealt with pretty effectively. And we'll see now the full save. Full save from G2. So hopefully they run to their deaths and we get this over with. So no one wants to see USPs versus MAC-10.
Yeah, it was a clean anti-eco last round though. They kept it pretty simple. Top mid, one smoke, got a kill. They didn't actually get all the info. They would have spotted Body, who could actually called for a bigger rotate, but they went back to B. They did it nicely. They did it nicely, nice. And they kept their SMGs as well.
I had a thought about the chickens yesterday. I was talking about like why chickens, why not on something else. I guess because like you can't put like a horse here. You can hear a horse, but you can't put something like a horse that people might shoot. It might be like problematic for, you know.
It would have to be a piece of cover if you had a horse.
Yeah. In Bermuda, they literally have wild chickens just walking around the island of Bermuda. So maybe they've ever been to Bermuda and was like, oh yeah, let's get some chickens in here.
I think also like the act of shooting chickens, like we eat chicken, kill chicken all the time. Like they're not really considered like you had dogs that people could shoot. Like it's kind of like in Bethesda games,
this is a great discussion.
In Bethesda games, right? They don't allow you. I mean, this is like a
so
really
what
weird
to shoot dogs?
Did you know what I'm leading into? Okay, we'll come back to this.
Nobody knows what Dan is leading into right now.
This is the perfect time to talk about this.
But you understand what I'm getting at here, right? It's just like you don't want to, as a developer, like just allow people just show cruelty to various animals. It might be like a sensitive topic, right?
You never finished what you're saying about Bethesda. They do what? They don't allow you to shoot horses.
In their games, they like famously, in their RPGs, they famously have the situation where like you can do anything, like you can kill any character, but all children are invincible. They're all invincible. You can't do anything to them.
Oh, children.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
The children
you're going very deep with this then.
Because I'm basically saying it's like a similar thing.
So what you're
like,
saying is that you can't shoot kids in Fallout.
Yeah. and the older RPGs.
10 minutes into the broadcast.
I'm just saying that there's always like I was trying to figure out the question why chickens and not other.
Done from chickens
things,
to children.
You know?
So you're saying why can't you shoot children in Counter-Strike?
Not saying that chickens are something that is acceptable in the culture that we don't care about. It's like horses, for example. You can't horse meat in the UK. Everyone will look at you and want to kill you because it culturally.
Because someone actually tried that.
No, that's not why.
That's because someone actually tried that.
It's because they're substituting it and saying it's beef. That's the problem. It's not because it's horse. It's because they're saying it's beef.
It's not because people love horses.
You can get horse burgers in pubs because of that nonsense. It's not that horses are sacred. It's that, like, why are you telling me it's beef when it's horse?
I think
That's
horse
the
is
problem.
sacred, mate.
That's the problem. You're misleading our audience.
I'm pretty sure
That's the whole issue. It's not like, here, have this horse. It's here, have this beef, which is actually horse. 1 minute 10 on the clock, and GODSENT are rotating towards top mid. Maybe they've been heard because KNS is starting to back off. It is a brittle hold for G2 on the A site right now, with 2 players, one of which on the AWP, especially versus 4 players. There's a full rotation coming in from G2, but will it get there in time? It seems it will. KNS continues to be a problem. That's a lovely flick from him. Would you expect anything less from KNS? Many other AWPers, I don't know how many kills they get there. G2 retain the crossfire long enough to allow Kenny to style on fools.
Definitely. 2 would have been standard here. So that extra frag. This next flick. Oh, that was nice.
You got to note before the 3rd kill as well, the fact a lot of AWPers do it, JW does it as well. As the shot cooldown is active, he uses the faster move speed of the AWP to spot where the people are. Still jiggle picking, going for the information, and that allows him to go for that pre-fire 3rd kill. More efficient than he otherwise would be, looking for the players. So, where's the information? For any would-be sniper rifle players out there?
it's considered a cultural taboo, James, in the UK.
The whole horse meat scandal was because they were saying it was beef, right?
Yeah, that was a horse meat scandal, but I'm saying, like, eating horse is considered a cultural taboo in the UK. Not that people don't do it or people don't supply it. Businesses are allowed to do whatever they want, but... Oh, did that actually block it?
It just doesn't move much is the problem.
But they would have heard it.
Oh, panic from
Going
G2!
nuts.
They decided to fall back, but it was too late. Mixel got blocked and was unable to escape. Kenny's still alive, however, and there is more support here for G2 versus this mixed buy from GODSENT. Ooh, that's an issue.
Strong stuff from GODSENT. Pretty awesome to see. Having a really good start. MBK, surely he saves it. He has no kit. This is no nades. Get some damage in there. Is that it? That's got to be it. There's just no way you can do much else here. He's lost so much health as well. So he'll back away, save the AK. Or will he try to be sneaky, get more kills? To be honest, keeping the economic pressure up definitely can be valuable, but he's got an AK. I think he can do a lot with that in the next round. So, GODSENT 4-1. Having a ball on the T side. Very quick 4-1 from them so far.
Yeah, very decisive rounds too. That was a force/ego, and they had some utility. Went for the lane take, so we do low on utility. And for G2, there was just a small window of timing where they got caught off guard. Right after Mixwell blocked this smoke and pushed up, it seemed like he was trying to fall back. Flash came over, and everybody just came through with great spacing. So I made it as hard as possible for them to hold on to that. And it would have been like, oh, G2, why didn't you go and seek out some information at mid? But for them, they were playing it as an anti-eco almost, so they didn't want to take too many risks.
So, very light presence on Banana from G2. Only MBK, the 8K, they're going to leave him there to do it all. Maybe he can. It's quite cool because for him to be successful here will have to be a display of incredible skill, but he is very capable. And he's going to be pushed off the angle. I like how brave MBK is with the AK in his positions. We'll see if he can keep the defense. And we got Broland looking for information towards the A side. He's trying to look to see if there's a stack. That's essentially what he's doing right now. Kind of getting the information. Anyone moving around gets a kill. Confirms the purchase of a helmet onto body. And they don't have a good idea of actually what's going on. And G2 has actually sent players towards this B bomb site, and beautiful pop flash play, additional damage. Will they expect MBK now on the off angle? And also taking this off angle allows him to try to confirm what's going on. Oh, there's the tease. Oh, he can't get the kill. That could have been pretty massive damage, but how does Brolin get that?
That's a case against peeking wide right there, just how tight it was. He gave himself the ability to react to the first bullets because they didn't overcommit.
That was pretty cool movement from Brolin.
So young, but so good.
Yeah, if Mixwell stays here, maybe he can pick up a gun afterwards. I don't think NBK's gun will go, pretty much stay where it is, really. Just be by the wall. I don't know if he can run that far after the explosion, but we will soon see, unless Freddy B flanks all the way through CT and takes him out first.
Freddy B. Is Brolin the youngest CSGO professional?
Go forward. Why isn't he going forward? They're not going to be there.
How old is he?
He's like 15, right?
He's about 15, I think.
Well, it's weird. It's tough. It's hard to put it like that because like Neptune and Snakes were both 15, but they couldn't play in ESL Pro League because of the age restriction. So technically
yes.
they would have been pro because their teams moved up, but they couldn't move up.
Okay, so in Europe, then yes. That's if we just say Europe.
Yeah,
yes.
I guess in Europe.
And in
actually,
North America, yes, as well.
Twiggerus tweeted out a list of the youngest players. I can go look.
Nice. You mean Peta from HLTV?
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone should follow him. He tweets out very relevant stuff.
Yep. There was there's another one account that I saw had low followers recently that pumps out some statistics, CSGO statistics as well. I think it recently tweeted out the HE grenade usage per map and how it's changed or something like that.
Frozen is 15.
Frozen. Maybe Brolin is the best youngest player.
Have you seen Frozen?
No.
It's really good. I mean, Brolin's really good, but yeah, I'm sure you know Frozen.
Hampus, I like this. He's walking in again. Information man. They do have Disco Dog planned to be the information man. They must surely be with Hampus. He is. The Mag 10. So, ooh, hello. Can't we look MK didn't spawn in there, which was interesting. It seemed like he should have been able to, but never mind. Look at how many anti-ecos GODSENT are able to play. Just mowing them down. I'm still surprised we haven't seen one, like, you know, negative buy. Not even a single negative. I want to find negative buy. Have we actually?
Yeah.
Okay, is it
just I think we've seen 2 negative buys.
Was it just one negative?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
You mean full negative?
Oh, I would like a
that
full
would be
negative.
suicidal.
I would like a full negative, but
it's you need that those old bullets back. You need that wall penetration. Sorry, talking is hard. It's a good start to map 1 of 8 today.
They have the money.
For negatives?
They have the money for negatives. Mixwell's actually the only one with a full nade set. Because he's the only one who decided to go for. I feel like one more with impact grenades would have been nice. They're a little bit limited in their options. They're spotting mid at least. But GODSENT are playing pretty well this game. So on T side, putting pressure on.
yeah, this is the perfect start, isn't it? They've got a lot of momentum on that T side. And the T side, I would say that it would be the harder side for them against G2 too. So really, really nice to alleviate some pressure for the second half if they are to continue this way. And they've also created so many reset scenarios that they've been able to build their money quite a lot. You can see the Twist only has 1 death. Freddy B only has 2 deaths. Hampus only has 3 deaths. They're not dying very much.
Kenny has just peeked down mid, just as I think Twist left, or somebody who was there lingering. So the rotate's going to be out in time. They're going to be ready for this.
Ready for this.
The chirp of birds suggests a calm, peaceful environment. GODSENT looks to change that in the coming seconds. The whole team is here. And it seems the whole team is running towards the A site, so they're really committed to this fake by sending all kinds of grenades towards B, but G2 slowly realizing memories of complexity rotations on Inferno perhaps. 2 players on the A bomb site now for the CTs, and it is Carnage. GODSENT aren't getting the trades. How have they not got a single kill in this situation? Maybe one lurker towards A might have helped, but they did really want to sell the fake, and sell the fake they did, but as quick as they started to rotate, so did G2.
That was actually a pretty good round, I think, for GODSENT overall, but they couldn't get any of the kills. I mean, yeah, the rotate back made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I mean, you can see just from the minimap, it was clearly the better place to go. Body just played this really well, stayed alive, 2 kills, 1 in the back.
The strange thing is that they left themselves without any utility to make that a bit easier. I think because, again, like it doesn't seem like it's too horrendous because you just like, I mean, you have the numbers to trade out pretty effectively for a potential, you know, hopefully a 2v3 at worst after plant scenario, but they couldn't get the trades there, and I think maybe the spacing was an issue potentially. So I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way, but otherwise it was good. And a chance for G2, they'll take Banana over and get a couple kills as it smoked off. So GODSENT kind of in desperation. Brolin basically needs to make a play and open things up, but there's 2 players in pit. The setup here from G2 is actually really good because they can play for rotation with this setup.
Nice shoulder peek by Twist. Wonder how deep that smoke's gone, actually.
Not working out for GODSENT here. G2 willing to put a 3rd and 4th player in this area. Freddie B gets 1 kill. He has the bomb. He looks to gamble push if he gets this pick before MBK gets to the tree position. Now it's a race. He has no smoke, however, and he has 5 HP. Picks up a Molotov, and that might have got some vision. Apex playing close though, and this is all but guaranteed. The pre-fire. Apex comes out wide, double peek from the CTs. No plants for GODSENT. An expensive round for the T side.
Yeah, some damage at the end there, but again, it's one of those rounds where this is where the round ended, essentially, because if you're playing against G2, they have a 5v3 on the defensive side with 4 grenades. You don't really expect that, like, you're not thinking that, oh, we misplayed the 3v5. You're thinking we misplayed the 5v5. So
yeah,
I don't think they're going to feel too badly about that one. So we'll see if they can remedy things in this round. G2 playing much lighter pressure on Banana. They were actually conserving their grenades and playing reactively here. Maybe expecting some sort of a mix-up from GODSENT. I hear a lot of chatting here, so it is not live, we're being told. Not live.
this is the last round I think that GODSENT can buy, right? Yeah, yeah. So well, the G2 will finally earn themselves a save. This is a critical moment.
It's a big moment.
Big moment.
How's your hay fever, James?
It's okay. I took antihistamine as soon as I woke up. So we'll see. By the end of the day yesterday, my nose was clear, but right now it's like, I guess it affects my asthma as well because it's a coughing thing, which is annoying, and that's not really a hay fever thing per se. So I think it's a side effect. But as a big lad, sitting down in a low chair kind of squishes everything, which makes it more difficult to breathe. So if I'm like standing up or on a stool, I wouldn't be coughing, but it seems to, like, this position seems to kind of trigger my cough, which is annoying because it's like I mean, sometimes when we're here, I just stand up. Maybe I should do that during the match. And then I could should we all stand up?
Camera. That's great.
Maybe I would have a better time of actually commentating. So I might try and do that.
This is not awkward at all.
It's a great shot.
It's great, Dan. Shall I just?
It's a new thing we're innovating.
Yeah, let's do that.
Launders, why aren't you
This is
conforming?
cool.
I mean, okay.
He's off camera anyway. I mean,
That does look quite funny.
yeah.
Now we have our hands.
I love that there's a rug as well. So I'm just like in my socks, man. My shoes are. Yeah, just put a shoe here. Actually. Yeah, there we go.
It's awkward.
Look at that.
Oh,
Would you
Any
look at
number
that?
of people are.
oh
There
my
we go.
God! Look, this is.
That's cheating. Why have you done that?
Wow.
We're actually all very
prefer
tall
it the other
people,
way.
huh?
We
We are quite. Yeah.
We're big dudes. Look at my lack of ironing. This is terrible. Yeah, I mean,
Showing all kinds of
don't,
problems now.
reinvent the wheel, Andy. This is how it's just meant to be.
All the problems.
What is the technical pause anyway? What is the?
Just look like monsters.
Oh, Kenny's PC crash. That's not good.
I feel like everyone feels like James and the Giant.
I don't eat peaches very often.
I never saw that. It's that was a Roald Dahl book converted into a movie, right? I think it was.
Who's the guy who did the Jack Skeleton?
Why is it so we can't see the skateboard logos now? I think you've brought it down too low.
That's how you know.
He's just ruined the shot. I bought the friggin' Game and Watches over there, the Nintendo Game and Watch, and now they can't be seen.
There's no watch in the.
No, I think it's in my bag. I'll go and get it in a minute.
Come on, James.
on,
Where's
it's back.
the preparation?
Is that a playable Game and Watch
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
Oh my God.
They've got fresh batteries in, so there's a Donkey Kong and. Can you grab the Game and Watches? Because we can put it on this camera here, over there.
Just both of them.
Yeah. So we can remove all this random crap out of the way, put it behind my shoe. So
Now we're just walking around the set.
Oh
There
yeah, it's
we go.
actually doing stuff.
yeah, every time I want to show something off, it's like, no, let's go to this game.
Oh man. I like the standing thing because it's like we're standing because we're paused as well. It's like it's not regular programming. We can't take our relaxed position. Apex just shooting people.
Ran down mid.
Yeah, there's not really much to say about that. He decides to go and shoot people, and he's really good at shooting people. So he shot people, and then 2 of them died. So it's pretty good. 3v3 though, and a very retakeable B-bomb site. I like how the pace of the round is not really too good for Body's massive lurk, which would otherwise, against most teams, probably have won the round. But we'll have to see because he will still be able to come in for a split onto the B-bomb site on the retake, but the bomb is not down yet, so he's actually going to get there in a good timing after all. Bomb taking quite some time to be planted, and in fact, he has the GG incendiary. Goodbye, Roland. Goodbye. Mollied, blinded, shot. It's a hard life.
1,000 ways to die.
It's a hard life. Let's get off that push into the opener. Win the fight though. Wow. Forcing the issue.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's not dying. Eventually he will go down. Oh, Mixwell able to turn things around there. I had honestly no idea which way that was going to go. This round was completely characterized by people just running out and taking aim battles.
That's very true. You'd think Freddy would have had him there because he caught him running forward, so it seemed like Mixwell wouldn't have been totally prepared, but boy, were we mistaken.
Just ran down mid with an AK. I don't believe it. It's amazing.
Hey, I'm not sure what the read was. Oh.
Mixwell's shooting of the player by the fountain there reminded me of when you're at a fairground and you get those rifles that shoot whatever they shoot and you have to like pop a balloon or something, like 3 balloons, and they're really inaccurate. Shooting gallery for Apex. Maybe it's his turn to shoot the balloons. He'll get it reloaded. He's bought more credits in the Time Crisis machine. Press the pedal, come out from hiding, take his shots.
These rounds.
Go back in hiding to reload.
Suddenly a very different game.
Yeah, it's like that moment, that watershed moment for both teams where they both realize it's like this gentleman's agreement. Like, guys, should we just have a fade battle? Should we just fight each other? Should we just
And now
run
they
at each
will
other?
try.
Now we're just getting madness.
That's true. That was a rush B all the way up, not just to the top of Banana, but all the way in.
They took like a good 100 to 150 damage from nades before they even showed themselves too, so not ideal.
No fear from Kenny. Nobody spotted. Towards the banana position, do they read that there's likely activity towards second mid? If they do, they would be right. 2 players there for GODSENT so far. And the bomb's still at the bottom of second mid. Not really... Okay, they've replaced it elsewhere. And Hampus will have a look at the middle position. Body going for an aggression, but Broland's ready for him. A minute 20 on the clock and G2 have lost a man.
Lost a man.
Where did Brolin take all his damage? He wasn't dinked just now, was he?
Goes from bad to worse here for G2. But maybe they can bring it back. It's down to Kenny, 14 HP, and he's got a blind spot in his scope, and that will allow Ampers to get the kill. NBK trying to hold things down, 1 versus 2. Twist getting the bombs down, and Twist will finish things off. Thought NBK had an advantage there, but Twist just too good sometimes. 7-5, but there's money for G2 to buy once more.
Well then.
Oh, he did. He did.
Let's see whether or not GT can go back all the way. Very interesting game between these teams. I don't know, there's been quite a few rounds where it's been about just pretty basic game battles, which is fun. And we're expected. Explosiveness. And honestly, with the series after this, that has mouse sports with Simple instead of Stico, I think we're going to see more of the same. It's going to be fun. It's an explosive day for European matches. The European programming. Explosive is the forecast. Explosions are the forecast.
Okay, we get it.
Let's see whether or not G2 can get the info they need here. They've got 4 men on top mids. They just got the extra bit of info with the pop flash. They want to try to confirm if having 4 players here is justified. I think they're going to find that it is, but they must frag. And Brolan is doing immense damage. A trio of frags from him as MPK turns his head to find what the hell's going on, and Hampus will take him down. So despite G2 having a good read, confirming it, they still get bodied.
You kind of have an idea of why they picked Brolin up after a round like that.
Yeah.
There's definitely an argument for, I mean, you don't have to be a complete player if you can pull that off. You know, it's like, as long as you can do that, then we get everyone else to do all the other stuff. You just do that sometimes, and we'll take care of you.
And you'll be alright. And that's a pretty brutal round for GT. You can see where it's left them. This is a really must-win round for them, because now GODSENT are looking pretty good for at least 9 rounds, you'd imagine. So not a ideal spot for the French. What's your favorite? Okay, never mind. I'll change the question, please. Disposed. Predisposed. So there it is. The kills from Brolin. Oh my god! Wow. What a beast. CZs for G2, that is going to be pretty difficult to work with. They have a lot of nades to support it though, which is quite cool. But the thing about GODSENT is that they're not really playing a style where the nades will be too much of an issue for them, because they're pretty happy to go fast. They're pretty happy to go through stuff, which is very cool to see. The no respect game plan. And Ampus will take deeper angles, like looking for contact into the B bomb site. He's going to find some contact. MBK down to 4 HP. He has 3 nades as well. Don't want to die with those in your hands, and he will. He'll be able to get the smoke off before he goes down. We'll have to see if that's going to be a worthy sacrifice. Perhaps it will be, because it has slowed down the push. Apex gets a frag. And GODSENT just waiting out the smokes. There's a fresh one. Still keeping presence towards top banana.
They can do. They can just wait.
Rest of the team kind of going back. There is a man in the apps for both teams. Body is about to perhaps be bodied. Indeed, Brolan will turn the corner with the AK. And with that fight, and with that kill, that's an open B bomb side, and GODSENT have done it. Surely.
It's in the bag. Apologies, my mother called me. If my mother calls, I must answer.
Good son.
Doesn't matter how old I am, I can still take beats from the mum.
Is that what happened?
Not really. She's not going to beat me anymore. So, Banana's being contained by GODSENT. G2, ooh, okay. Brolan's made his way into T-spawn, so Freddy might have a false sense of security here, and Twist is behind the wall. But I did wonder if a knife was potentially coming out. However, Mixwell, there's no guarantee that anyone's facing Banana, so he has to go for the shot. He must take the shot.
It's really important that they survive with these 2 guns. Their money really sucks, and it's going to be the last rounds. This is really huge that they have these 2 guns. Wow. Okay, let's see what they can do with them. It's again, GODSENT playing G2 sort of to their pace and doing a fantastic job of it.
Yeah, they've really answered fire with fire, it seems like, in this half. Like, even after that pause, where G2 decided to have Apex run down mid, shoot them in the back, they didn't use that as a signifier to play passively. They decided to turn up the pace even higher for the next round.
Turn up the 8s. Some critical moments from players such as Brolan has put GODSENT in a great position. And one thing too with GODSENT is we're seeing this individual style that's very effective. But if you look at this score, they're all fragging. They're all fragging about the same. You wouldn't be able to say, oh, this guy's having a really insane game. It's basically everyone, even though it looks like an individual style. So that really tells you about the team.
Damn.
I swear that angle, I mean, as long as you're careful about it, that angle never works for you.
As a CT.
As a CT, yeah. Like, you could see how favorable that was for him, just crouch peeking.
I need to try that myself. I normally get the grenade spam game on. I like to bounce grenades off the back wall to collide with somebody if they're there. Play off the sound cues as necessary, situation dependent. Sometimes running out with a Mac 10. There's a fast boost here and a second kill for Kenny. Manages to drop down and stay alive. Body in the meantime will move into close quarters with his CZ. Does he go for some kind of spray? Someone certainly is. Off angle on the bomb plant. Less than usual, less common space. Hampus, how fast is he? The flash is out and Mixwell has no idea. Hampus will simply drag his mouse and that is a man advantage now for GODSENT. They will compound the problem, leaving Kenny alone. They're getting ready for the double or triple peak. They might need to because Freddy's only got 4 HP here. They must trade this kill, and Kenny knows what is possible, trying to find the deepest angle. But Hampus is good for it. 10-5 for GODSENT.
Damn. It's starting to look like yesterday wasn't just a flash in the pan, as you would say.
It was...
Flash in the pan.
Keeping it up.
How do you expand that analogy? I don't know.
Is it needed?
It'd be cool. I guess, you know, that's an opportunity for wit, James.
We cannot dwell.
I just don't have it.
No, Dan, we cannot dwell. You have to move forward.
Forward, onwards, upwards. I am looking forward to a GODSENT. I'm really beginning to enjoy this GODSENT lineup. I'm really like Counter-Strike. Even though we have loads of crazy stuff happening in the lineups and rosters, I'm really enjoying both the NA and EU region much more than I have in the past overall.
Oh yeah,
there are more teams to be excited about.
Absolutely, yeah. GODSENT definitely one of them. I mean, they're doing a great job here, and they've got that CT side now. So be curious to see what they do. Is this? We'll go into this after this, but this is a really hard choice to decide what to do on a CT setup on this map, and they have to hit the shots, but they can't do it. So it's a 3v4 retake onto the A site. Ouch.
Kenny holding down the rotation. Twist and Freddy versus 4. It is a pistol round after all. They need somebody to offer them a headshot. And they might have that over towards the arch position. Kenny continuing to be a nuisance and being even more than that. Another headshot delivered to Twist and he'll finish things off with the Glock. So it's a pretty good round for Kenny S. 3 kills for him in that pistol. And I don't think his armor was touched at all. So he gets that cheap upgrade and the rifle and grenades. So he saved himself $650. Nice.
I feel like I feel like this is one of the hardest CT pistols in all of the maps because there's no good answer for the CTs. Really, like you can
peeking B is a death sentence sometimes.
Yeah, and the same with this. You try to get info towards A. What I have enjoyed seeing is seeing players jump peek in apps.
They've been getting naded in halls. We saw a game where they got naded from alt. You know,
that's nuts.
Yeah, so people are just calling that out even now. So it's very hard to get information for free.
I feel like you have to do something really unorthodox to have a more consistent pistol round, but then it becomes very predictable.
Because their rotates are so long, but the sites are also really hard to retake. So it's like both sites are. So it's like which one?
And the Glocks, they can close in so easily. Like they
get so close.
And they get really close.
suffocate you.
So you have to get a pick somehow, like you want to peek top mid. You see players do this, try to get a pick before the T's get there.
Yep.
But then you'll get dinks, and you're like 5 HP. It's
Insta
quite
goosh.
likely you'll get dinks.
Oh, yeah.
Straight killed.
But you gotta peek mid.
Yeah, you have to. It's a really interesting talking point because I think it is maybe the hardest CT pistol, but that's a good start. It's some 5-7 James. There's some 5-7 for you.
Indeed.
And see they can build on that. They've forced a passive setup. Or rather, sorry, GODSENT have chosen a passive setup. They've forced G2 to commit in towards Arch, where there is no one.
20 seconds remain, and I smell disaster. Oh, yes, this is not going the way of G2 at all, is it? Yes now. And gives up the AK at the end. What choice did he have, really?
5-7, baby.
5-7.
Disco's got it.
It's crazy. A lot of
well.
people have switched, eh? Like, you started talking about it recently, and a lot of people have actually...
What have you done, James?
That was the second shot he landed there as well. But the thing is, this is close quarters. It's the medium range. That's such a good aim from Dopland as well. But it's the medium range, which I question. Medium and long range. Like if you're connector and someone's top mid moving towards boxes, for example on Mirage, I think that range, it seems to be a problem with a 5-7. So close range, great, but once he starts to get to medium range, I'm still on the journey of discovery. But I mean, it's great to have some data offered by the likes of Body, Apex, and Dopland.
Maybe that's where the CC is a little bit too strong. Even at longer ranges, it feels like it's as good as other guns. Maybe all pistols just need to be better or more balanced like the CC is. Or the 5.7 is.
It has a pistol level damage drop off compared to an SMG, but still it seems to need more perhaps.
Maybe I'll try using it a little bit. I don't know.
I don't sound convinced by that.
Yeah, I've just always liked the CZ because I do feel like it rewards really high skill level. Like you can do so much with it. I feel very satisfied. I feel it requires a great degree of precision and control, and also forethought of how you want to take fights and angles, and also the way you peek things. I think there's a lot of depth to how to use the gun. Obviously, it looks ridiculous in top level play because they are so good with it. The gun is so good, but as a player that's not professional, I feel very rewarded by doing all those things very well. So with the 5.7 though, I don't feel like I can do as much with it, which obviously you can't. So that's what makes it a hard switch for me. I'm switching to PTK though. PTK is coming out. PTK is coming out.
I can't really click that fast unless I like hold my mouse in a specific way.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not always ready to spam as fast as possible. So I like the CZ.
We've seen Shroud's clicking.
He's amazingly fast. He's in PUBG when he shoots the M16.
Yeah.
Like he can shoot it like it's on burst fire. It's unbelievable. It's messed up.
That's basically my favorite rifle down that game.
Yeah, back to CS, please. Thank you.
CS. And in the world of CS.
I just like stealing cars in PUBG. While people get a car, go and raid some place, I just run and steal their car and drive it back to my guys while being shot
Get out
at.
the car!
It's really funny to me, anyway.
This ain't a par.
Funk vehicle.
Funk
for CS.
vehicle.
I don't think it exists still. There was a protest a while ago to get Funk vehicle back, but I think those calls were not answered. Hampers with the smoke grenade, but can't deploy fast enough. I think if you have a second player behind the wall there, then that can be ideal, but this was disastrous.
Ooh.
Twisto, he keeps it competitive.
Yeah, they decided to go back there on Banana, and Twist will have fun. Problem is, though, both he and Prolan are coming from this angle. Might be a bit tough with no nades, and indeed they're going to give it up. Still, they can dispose of some guns, though. Yeah,
Yes, good,
thank you. Dankeschön, Dankeschön.
Clean up after yourselves.
Tack så mycket. Vad säger jag Swedish?
What's Dankesan mean?
Dankeschön is saying thank you in German.
Okay.
And tack så mycket is thank you very much in Swedish. additional kill. It's always nice. Offered up by MBK. And G2 with the way back in this one now, but this could be a very telling round because the AWP can come out for Twist. And I want to see GODSENT get aggressive. I'm liking GODSENT when they feel comfortable to go aggressive. No need to be afraid. They are really good.
Yeah, I'd be pretty aggressive this round. It's such an important round for G2, so single flash down B. Okay, it's kind of a timid response, I think, to that grenade. Or even push back another site, but they have the triple lane setup that they've also forfeited. Wonder what they'll do.
It's leaving Archer open entirely.
One day we're going to see a kill from short into apps.
The reverse spam finally.
That will be fun. Hopefully that's a major. That would be quite something. Apex, really erratic movement for Bradan to deal with, and it does the job. Mac 10 no less. See lots of counter grenades. GODSENT really trying to hold on to things, expending everything, and the B-bomb site's been abandoned, but Mix was only halfway up Banana for the time being, so he won't be able to take advantage of this or even identify this issue for GODSENT.
Oh, wow. How does he win that? That's Hampus had the flash on him and everything. Ooh, the double from Freddy was required there, I think, for this to be doable. We'll see, though. No, in fact, they are going to hold for the save.
How did Hampus not get that kill?
That's crazy. That is really crazy. MBK should have died there. They got the flash, he peeked, he got the info, he re-peeked.
Shot a little bit, yeah.
And then MBK just...
The fact that he peeked once and saw him, it felt like, all right, he's definitely going to get the headshot because
he can pre-aim it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And MBK has no reference point because he's blind, or was partially blind, but on the re-peek.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. That's like where players like Rain make a huge difference, and you see a difference in their consistency because a Rain, his first boot accuracy is really good, and the way that he chooses to burst and jiggle peek as well allows him to have a way out of a fight if it's not immediately successful. Whereas sometimes, if you have a type of fight where both players are committing to a spray, that kind of a fight can actually take a while sometimes because, sometimes there's a bit of variance with those sprays and you see those fights last a long time. But if a player does that against Rain, he's out of the fight and you have all this recoil to deal with. So it seems hard to quantify, because it happens so quickly, but there is a lot of difference to how some players take fights as well.
True.
Got to find your style, find your approach.
Yeah, the calculation I was trying to do in my head is how long would this battle take if I sprayed, and how long would it take if I tapped? To make it easier to convince myself to not freak out and tap or burst when I would normally spray.
Because that's the spot. There's some spots where you want to spray because you don't have cover, but if you have cover, you have an option to be able to jiggle with it and reset timings, reset positions. So that is available to you then, and something to think about. So we see a contact here for G2. The bomb is of course towards second mid, so it does look like an a B play at the moment to GODSENT, but it's not. Oh, hello.
Ooh, he might have shot the gun away, but it's landed in his little fanny pack. Do you know what a fanny pack is?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you call it fanny packs as well?
Yeah.
Or bum bags?
No.
People call them bum bags,
Bum
right?
bags, yeah.
I haven't tried that. I like that. Bum bag.
3 players towards the B-bomb site.
It sounds like a Scottish insult.
Bum bag?
No, like
Like bagpipes?
no, ball bag in Scottish as an insult. Wow. G2 decide to go in, and when they go in, they go in. No prisoners, no survivors.
Was that Minsk?
No.
Good times.
Cluj. 3v1 for G2, not really all that worried. So many 5-7s. There's 5-7s everywhere. What have you done, James? I feel there was this time ages ago where I feel like you actually altered like the value of a particular skin, and I forget what it was. Because there's this type of skin you're talking about for ages, like 2 or 3 years ago. And then the value started raising every day, like dramatically.
I feel like you could do that. You could do that. You could raise the value.
I did that with the Vox Hollow stickers.
Maybe that's
not
what
the
it was.
Katowice one, but there was another one, and I bought like 10 of them because they were so beautiful because they had that kind of gradient when you moved. So I bought loads of them for like $18, and they went up to like $37, $38, and they're still high now. But I think people just notice the beauty of them. So I have Vox stickers everywhere. But then like it went really well with the P250 nuclear threat, but then I sold my skins to buy a watch. So many of those have gone now, but there's still 1 or 2. Anyway, G2 on a comeback trail. It was 12-6 to GODSENT earlier on, but now it's buy time for both sides. Trying to exhaust the utilities of GODSENT in this round, and with a minute 10 on the clock, they have 2 smokes left after deploying number 3 there, GODSENT. And now everything goes quiet.
Decent setup here for G2. Shot him off banana. Going back to top mid. Hampus is low. Oh, and Twist put himself in kind of an awkward position. If they saw him cross, oh yeah, they did. They did. Now he's dead.
He died. That passive setup is not so strong against the Rat, but Disco does get a quick kill. That does alleviate things for Broadline, gives him time to get a frag as well. Now the 2v3 retake is not looking too great for GODSENT. G2 well back in this one. As I don't see a retake happening here for GODSENT. They do have some incendiaries. Maybe there's a world where they can do something, but it's not going to be this world here today because they're going to be going back for the save. And you can see with the money, that makes a lot of sense. Saving 2 guns, they can drop 2 if they want and have a 5th person with the CZ. Something like that, that would be a good look.
Do you feel like they should be more? They should be doing something more on their CT side?
I think so. I think they're a team that is very good at being active, and G2 are playing a fairly like a medium to fast pace. So I think it would be fine.
Two rounds between the 2 sides. GODSENT on the half buy. Well, yeah, half buy because their loss bonuses are rising. They take a tactical timeout maybe to decide how to use these rifles and how much they want to invest around them.
They've got some decisions to make. This is a really awkward spot.
Yeah, I wouldn't go crazy, but get them smoke grenades out.
Yeah.
Get those smoke grenades out and try not to reveal where these 2 rifles are.
Refresh stack at middle, maybe. Keep the rifles together, maybe.
Buy smokes. How?
$300.
Yeah, man.
15
They're getting what,
seconds.
3,400 after this round?
Yeah, they can. You can really. I mean, they really should have a plan for that. 15 seconds apiece.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that they don't have. They have not bought any smokes. The 3 players.
It's much more of an even playing field without them.
Yeah, because with this buy, there's still a chance to win this round. But if you can't delay a push, let's see how it goes. Oh, I love that peek so much. That's such a nice peek.
That was nice.
I always forget to actually do that peek when I. That's so nasty from Freddie B. That's a great way to kick things off, but MBK has a great way to even the numbers once again. Double peek from G2, and that is B open for business. Man advantage as well.
That was a situation that could have slowed them down after he got that kill. Drop the smoke. 4v5. They have no idea what to do then.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be tough for G2 because they would have to wonder, are they rotating behind this smoke? Should we take a gamble push, which probably wouldn't do, but still. the doubts is there. Doesn't make them rotate back towards A. Maybe they move towards A and you drop a smoke there as well. And so on and so forth. So it is surprising. And if they can hold on to... Definitely worth Hampus trying to save what he has. Because again, that's extra money. That might be an AWP in the future. He's running distraction now while Brolam's getting naded into next week. And he will not be able to crawl away fast enough. Really nice Molotov from Mixwell, but I would have liked to have seen more smoke grenades from GODSENT.
G2 back. They're back.
Oh, those nuts.
Back on the attack.
That was also nuts. Maybe they did throw a smoke, they just didn't throw it properly there. Looked like there was a second one on the floor.
Where is Twist going? Banana? Banana, yes he is. He's the man. Potential boost onto the quad roof there. As an A's fly, soar, sail through the air. Into the banana location as both teams vie for control. This is where the round begins. It could also be where it ends. They line up, but the damage is fairly even between the two teams. But that's a fantastic shot. That's the bomb. We won't know that though. Don't think it actually appeared. Imagine if it would have gone over the wall. That would have been annoying. But Body will open things up as well. Killing a quad player. That's one aside for GODSENT. However, Disco Dotplan can play from many positions, which could be fairly unknown. He's going to move into pits. And he goes for a very fast smoke towards the arch side. As Disco Dotplan lies in wait, the trap has been set. There's the first player, easy frag. Where is the next one? Rotation can come in now for GODSENT. Massive advantages for them.
40 seconds. Oh, I had a step. Another one. And that's not what you want to be doing. Kenny S out of the balcony. Dotplan had absolutely no idea, and now there are serious problems for Twist. Two very capable snipers, but it's time to Twist to find out all this information. Is Kenny towards short? Is he on site? Is he in pit? Is he in the balcony? Graveyard, maybe less likely, but he's slowly clearing it out. He has a kit, he has a smoke grenade.
Yeah, smoke's gonna cause some fear for Kenny S. Here's the tap.
He's going for it.
Oh, the full stick. He's really got to spam good here. Oh my god. And the op too.
Well, I was surprised about Disco's play though, to not just hide.
You don't really see Disco getting caught off guard that often.
Yeah.
So that was surprising. He must have thought Kenny, like, no way Kenny was that close.
It's got to be the case, yeah.
Yeah.
Often you'll see players just not do anything in that position and put the, basically like make it so that the other player has to guess and gamble and walk everywhere, which wastes so much time. And you know it's going to be that side too. Either way, it works out because Twist is a beast. Twist is a beast, and that's such an interesting situation now because of where both teams will be on the money towards the end of this one. It really puts GODSENT in a good spot to threaten G2 with a potential upset loss hit, but Body gets a nice angle there. On Disco Dotplan, that's the A site. Somewhat up for grabs. How much up for grabs? They may not realize that there's only one guy there. Two will be rotating back from Banana as they have Hampus pushing, but he can't die here. He can't die, and he will. That is really bad.
They might have called it too early and decided to force A, but he could have potentially waited down there, just had the 3 people at A and just hoped that they would win. That was pretty aggressive stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those spots we'll talk more about in a moment as Problem will get a kill towards top mid, but the main issue is that they are going to lose the B-bomb site. Now, do they go for this? They have kits, they have an AWP on Freddy B.
The rotate time's not that bad. They're already down at bottom Banana. It seems like they aren't too comfortable at the moment. But is Kenny S on Banana? Oh, he is. Uh-oh for Brolin. Oh,
elbow. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now the retake is on 3 kits on these players. They're close to the site. Have they identified where these players are? Mixwell by the coffin position. And Twist will be exposed shortly by the new box player, but Apex running the clock down and finishing things off, and there's another round for G2. It's getting tight now here on Inferno.
So the really big problem there is that principle of the fact that if you don't, like, it's a good rule of thumb to never leave an open passage to a bomb site, regardless of sort of what's happening most of the time. So that's kind of was the issue there. Hampus sort of felt like maybe someone called on the team, guys, they're all A, or something like that. It's like there's a bad call in that sense.
Hopefully no one ever says that in Pro CS.
Yeah, because otherwise it has a really fast rotation time at locks, so you don't have to go further. But either way, G2 will take full advantage of that. Look where the money is now for GODSENT. They have to go for pistols, but pistols will be doing some damage. Damage has been done. Damage has been won. But now it's time to double back towards B. Banana? Nana? Nana. Did you ever say Nana, James? Nana.
I'm not a Nana type. No.
Did you ever say Nana, Launders? No?
No.
Okay.
I think it's an English thing. Nanas.
Yeah, yeah. You Nana.
But I think it's
That just sounds like Italian grandmother.
got some nanas. It's commoner speak.
Commoner speak. You commoner.
Reminds me of
What
I went
class
to
are
my
you,
friend's
James?
I went to my friend's then girlfriend's house, and a lot of the guys were Muslims, and she's like, the muzzer burgers are over here.
The what?
The muzzer burgers, like the non-pork. Well, I mean, what?
Ooh.
Yeah, the burgers that was okay for, you know, the non-haram burgers. She referred to them as muzzer burgers, which I quite liked. It amused me.
It amused me.
G2 with problems, and now we see the power of these smoke grenades. Where were they on that previous round? And now, yes, this has started to collapse for the GODSENT side, but I really think that they could have invested in some smokes in that round way back when. Something to consider for the future, perhaps.
They had a good, that other rifle round, that Twist one, the 1v1, they did something really well where they retook banana, or they did a late banana take, so they let G2 get to the top of it, just behind the wall, and then they started throwing their mollies down afterwards. And I feel like they still will have the opportunity to do that one more time. G2 are certainly going to go for banana control again. And that worked extremely well, so. Can always bring back old strats.
If GODSENT lose this game, they'll be very disappointed. Because they had a lot of great chances.
That's true.
And there was some sort of, definitely a few mistakes here or there, which were a little bit glaring, but that's okay. They are pretty damn good regardless. Ollie pops! He's won himself some Face It points. That must be nice.
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 That's not one in, well, not in a few years. Good pick off from Kenny, yes. He can't believe the cheek of it, trying to peek him on top mid. He can't believe the cheek
How
of it.
bloody dare they?
3 Deeks, 1 CZ. Deeks.
Dukes.
Yikes.
We have like our own language on this show.
I'm starting to pick up on it.
Yeah.
Brodan made a step.
It's very strange.
It's unfortunate. You saw the way he was shoulder picking the stairs, you can move a fair bit without making a step and not holding shift, but he went a step too far. And now he's dead. Body's got to be careful. Kenny doesn't want to overextend with this P250. Body will fortunately trade, so the AWP will not fall into the hands of the Swedes. Freddie B.
Freddie B.
Garage MC Freddie B. In the place to be.
You sound like E40. Yeah. Freddie B.
That's a generic UK Garage MC sound.
DJ
Yeah,
tag.
yeah. It was so awesome how they themselves also had their own like little language.
There's actually there's an album by Corrupt FM, which is like a parody garage radio station, which is really, really funny. Especially if you grew up in central London in the days where you could buy stolen Ralph Lauren shirts at Oxford Circus. There's a lot of references there of like the 90s, which is pretty cool. One of their MCs is Chabuddy G. Always has to end with E.
Yeah.
So all the DJs would like be word and then B, D, or C on the ends.
Maybe Freddie B is DJ.
It was hilarious how everybody, like 90% of the bulk, just had the same voice and spoke like this all the time.
Yeah, they're so on point. It's so true. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Late banana. I just said banana wrong by accident.
He's being influenced.
You said it in English. In British English.
He's been
marvelous. He's been overexposed.
Yeah,
He's absorbing. He's been exposed to the radiation of the chip shop.
I was about to say
supposed
we're
to be the
radioactive.
North American representation on the show, so I'd just like to apologize to all the fans.
We're radioactive. Ooh, 50 damage clean. What is Body gonna do? Is he mad? Is he angry? Is he gonna push? Wow. Okay, well Twist is mad and angry. Space almost gets to 2K by walking into top mid against 3 people, because that's how good he is. Frontline will be surprised by Body's eventual explosion out of the balcony, but the damage has been done. Disco Dotplan is the man to try to save this bomb site and save the chances in this round of GODSENT, prevent G2 from match point. Can he do so? He's wrapped. He's being wrapped upon.
Oh, he's got the rotate though. They're calling A. Freddy could help out. Freddie Bay.
But more bookmakers than UK Garage, but we'll take it. Like Bullseye, the darts show. You're Jim Bowen.
Uh-oh. Freddie B.
BK, be careful there. It looked like he was going for a plant in a less than ideal location, then realized quickly, hold on a second. Let me plant elsewhere. Frederick Buo? Is that an O?
Oh yeah, that's almost like an
How do you pronounce that?
That looks
Swedish?
like a Chinese last name. Almost.
I have no idea. That can't be a Swedish name, because how on earth? I literally have no idea. I think I can go a fair way guessing with linguistics, but that no.
Frederick Buo.
Is it just like an Asian one, like Bo?
Does it have an umlaut?
No. It
That's
does.
That's what they're saying in production.
Oh, they should have wrote it then.
They're investigating. Production is investigating. Probably.
So if it has an umlaut, what is it?
Actually, I don't think they care, so probably not investigating at all. What's that?
So if it has an umlaut, is that how you pronounce it?
Well, is it? Hang on. Honestly, it's not on our screen if it is. So I don't know. It's not on our screen. It's not important. That's my philosophy. It
doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It's not important. So Freddie B at the top of Banana is under fire. There's fire in the booth.
Relevant.
This is the greatest. This is the greatest freestyle of all time. Every single one. According to Charlie Sloth. But anyway, enough about music. And maybe not Twist making music. He's playing the piano on MBK's face with that MP9. Really view they're just spraying through the banana smoke. That is not a fun reality for G2 to be living in, and all the grenades just making life a bit more annoying. So much spam through the smokes. Hampus, he's got a shotgun. Why has he done that?
I like shotguns.
Shotguns are great, it's true. I take it back.
I can't own one of these in the UK.
The auto shotty.
Also shotgun, yeah.
Douche, douche, douche.
We are limited. 3 versus 5. G2 slowly try to do something. They want to avoid disaster. He has other ideas. Only good for the 1 kill though, and Mixwell will be able to trade and take the pit position, but the UMP is coming in. Kenny now, 1 versus 2. You would have bet against him.
This is his.
I've
heard you cast so many of these clutches on Inferno A side.
I'm just looking at it, and he wins these. Although he's going to get pushed in this, and he's going to die. Pretty.
Oh!
Oh my god!
No, he didn't do
Oh
that.
my god!
No!
Dude.
Oh
How's he done that?
my god!
Oh!